Now, let me talk you very briefly about the number one mistake marketers do. I've seen a lot of sales funnels and I've seen a lot of funnels that didn't work. And what I see very often is really the thing here. People are sending cold traffic to a product that costs about $100, and that's it, right? It's like take it or leave it. Here's the product, give me $100. We've never met before, and honestly, it doesn't work. Like actually, it never works. It works in a few cases. Now, if you take a look at the top performing offers in the US market, there is a skin cream product, for example. Those guys who manufacture that product, they made more than $1 billion in revenue from that product, from affiliates sending traffic to that product, and they had an EPC of $3, which is pretty crazy. But you also have to know that those guys paid an agency called Golden Hippo Media to write the sales letter, and I'm not sure how much they paid, but it was actually close to 7 figures just for the sales letter. Now, that's something most people definitely cannot afford, and this is probably one of the best sales letters in the world, and it converts. But really, it's something that works maybe in, 5 out of 100 sales funnels that you're sending traffic straight to a sales page. You offer one product that's more expensive, like $100, and you're making profit with the paid traffic campaign. And, most people see that kind of stuff out there. They're seeing those offers. They try to replicate it, and then they go like, oh, crap. Paid traffic doesn't work, Facebook advertising doesn't work, PPC doesn't work, marketing doesn't work, right? So please don't do that. I know you will have to walk the extra mile to build an entire infrastructure, really walking a potential customer through multiple steps, but trust me, it really pays off. It's also a lot easier to build that kind of funnel than really a super performance oriented sales page. You just have one shot to sell the product and that's it. So what is the problem with this model here that you're seeing? Sending visitors to a product that's like $100. Well, there are 3 problems with it, right? The first one is you're not capturing an email address. Now, you're always sending people who are potentially interested in what you're selling or the problem you try to solve. So maybe they suffer from diabetes, or maybe they're looking for a way to get more traffic to the website, but they're not willing to spend $100 on the product for whatever reason. Either they don't have the money or they don't trust you yet, but you can get that trust by sending them high quality content to their inbox. So if you get an email first, it's first of all, that person is showing some commitment. They're saying like, okay, I'm really interested in what you have to offer. Maybe they're not even doing that consciously, but on a subconscious level, they say, oh, here's what I need. Give me more of that. And once you got their email, you can work with that email. So even if they don't buy your product immediately, you can still send them autoresponder sequences offering them that product, again, reminding them, hey, did you check out the product that I saw? Hey, did you check out the product that I offered you? Why didn't you buy it? Check it out again, and then you can sell the product again in the email. You can't do that if you're not capturing the email address of a potential customer, right? So the email is really important, even if they don't buy at that stage. Maybe you do a product launch later down the road. Or maybe you have a blog and you can get more traffic to that blog, right? So getting email addresses is really the first step. There are so few people doing that, and it makes everything a lot easier. So problem with that model is you're not getting an email. Number 2, as I mentioned before, some people are skeptical. Even if you have a product for like $1,000 to sell and they have that money, they go like, okay, I've never seen that person. Who is he? So if you're having an email, right, then you can build up some trust. Or if they purchase a $7 product from you, they go like, okay, that was an impulse buy, $7 is much. Then they see an offer for $100. Maybe they're like, okay, I have to sleep a night and deciding whether I will get that or not. Or they will check out who you are, what your business is, whether you have some kind of web property, like a content, like a YouTube channel or a blog. So they want to learn more about you. Maybe they want to even check out the product first that they got from you from $7. And then they go like, oh, that was great. That was a great deal. Now I'm willing to spend $100 on the more expensive product, right? So don't forget about that. A lot of people are skeptical. If they see a product for $100 first, they don't buy. But very often they get a product for $7, they check out the quality, and if they go like, okay, that was really great quality, that business, that guy really surprised me, he totally over-delivered, I'll buy his more expensive product now because I trust him. And number 3 is that you're missing out on the 1K people, right? So the people who are willing to spend $1,000 and more. So if you're really just having a $100 product that you're offering for sale and nothing comes after that, you're really missing out on a shit ton of cash, okay? Because, back in the days, we did some Facebook, some CPA coachings, and we only took a very few clients that we also really believed in. But I was really surprised how many people out there were willing to spend several thousands of dollars for, a one-on-one coaching or for a paid service, or when we build traffic campaigns for other people. We were really surprised. They go like, okay, what's your price? And they're willing to pay that. They don't even want to negotiate. Something I wouldn't do personally. Very often I wouldn't pay that amount of money, but they just do, right? So don't forget about people who are really willing to spend $1,000 on a service that you have to offer. If you only show them a product that's $100 and nothing comes after that, well, you're just not asking for their money, and so your revenue also doesn't go up, right? So this model that you're seeing here, sending visitors to a mid-ticket product that's about $100, you're seeing that very, very often. But it's really not the way to build a giant customer base. Also having an infrastructure that can be scaled. Again, a very few people are doing that, but these are marketing geniuses. They're spending tens of thousands of dollars on the sales copy. It has been tested for years very often. Very often they're in some evergreen market, and they just really have big staff. They have the resources, they have the knowledge to pull that thing off. But for most people out there, building the customer acquisition funnel that I showed you in the previous video with a tripwire, a core offer, a profit maximizer, it's a lot easier and also more profitable, right? So don't go for that model. Even if you see that, I just try to explain to you the top 3 reasons why you shouldn't do it. So build a customer acquisition funnel, and hey, that's what we will actually cover in this course.